So there, folks, welcome back to Tales of Charon and Velerious.
Hello, everybody.
Unpaused. There we go. Beautiful, skillful sync pointing.
I had a weird sync point in the last towns.
Did you? Was it a bad one?
It was a bad one.
I do try.
Luckily, you said unpausing now, right? But you didn't unpause the minute you said that.
Yeah.
But I heard the click.
Okay.
So it's the click I synced it to.
Yeah, so that's another thing. You can always listen out for the clicks. I usually do that on mine. I have a habit of, like, when I'm recording for my solo channel, I do my 3, 2, 1 count, and then when I push F9 to start fraps, I push it quite hard.
So you can hear it.
So that then when I play back, I know exactly where the click is. You can see it as a little, like, blip on the waveform, and then you can just snip right there. Oh, fucking Pro League tactics.
Pro League computing right there.
Yeah, man. It's got to be done. It's got to be done.
So, where were we on towns?
Right, we're selling things, which is what's holding us up for a little bit. But that shouldn't take too much longer, because we weren't selling anything too drastic.
We finished the yellow roof, weren't we? Weren't we starting on the red roof?
We finished the yellow roof, we're starting on the red roof. We've got orders in for the annoying side bits, then we'll drop the ones over the doors.
And they've done the exact middle one first.
Yeah. And then, are we going to try and roofing up the back row, or are we going to go clockwise?
I can't remember how we said we were going to do it.
Well, we'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah, we did actually have a plan for it, but I can't remember
With the scaffolding being down that end, I think it would make more sense to road long ways.
So that they can just keep running up and down there.
It'd be a bit more awkward, but we can do it. Just starting the timer on your swank new phone, Velerious.
I like the fact as well that phone is absolutely massive, so the timer's huge.
It is huge.
There is no explanation.
It's fucking enormous. It's like the size of a DS. What is it? A Galaxy?
Samsung Galaxy S5.
Samsung Galaxy S5.
Which, if I remember correctly, is the brand new one that's just come out.
Cool.
I just got the case for it as well. Right, and the swank case that you get for it, this was the old case that I used to have, which just opens and shuts with a little magnet on the front. Yeah. This case here has a little bit at the back that's a groove, so you can, like, hold the phone up with it.
Oh, yeah, so it turns into a stand. Yeah. It does. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like a fucking alarm clock from the 1980s.
It's pretty good. The best thing is, though, now you can see the time. It's like it's not just a tiny screen with a little timer on it. It's enormous. That really slow walking.
I know.
I'm almost there, guys.
I wonder how much more there is to sell to him. What did we sell? Do you remember what he buys, this guy?
Everything. It's the Pinky merchant. He buys everything, doesn't he?
Oh, it must be iron we're selling then.
Yeah. Iron, copper, and coal, I think. Yeah, there's coal.
Yeah, there's the coal mine.
So I think it's genuine iron, copper, and coal we sell to these guys.
Yeah.
And we also
Which
sell
luckily is reasonably easy to get hold of. Oh, Craig O'Massall said pig slayer helmets. I knew there was something I was meant to remember. Apparently we've got some pig slayer helmets around.
Good ones or bad ones?
Good defense.
Ah, okay.
He says. Let's just have a look. How many the pig slayer? Yeah, look, defense 1360.
It's not as good as that Mask of the Beast.
There's 3 Masks of the Beast. So, there is actually only 1 pig slayer. You said you have masks of the pig slayer, but he must have.
Maybe
it must have been slightly mistaken. It looks like there's only 1, unless we've sold 1.
Maybe he was pointing out the fact we've got all these masks of the beast we should be putting on people.
Yeah. So, there's a guy here in a spider-white helmet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give it to him.
He's only got 341 defense. Yeah. So it's like,
we'll give it to him. And then he said, extend the road up towards the meat factory, but don't delete the meat.
Wait, what?
I'm not sure which bit he was on about there.
Extend the road. Maybe it means this bit here, because they're walking between now. And it's like, don't delete the meat. Well, how are you meant to make them move the meat?
Yeah, he's right though. We should do that.
But how are you meant to make them move it? Because I suppose that's going to be purple all the way down to the middle and blue from the other side.
We'll run around the meat, and then hopefully, in time, they'll shift it. We'll just have to watch out for the gaps.
And just every now and then, quick, put a road down! Oh my god!
Now, the question is, which road?
Purple halfway, blue meat in the middle?
See, I don't like that.
Really?
I think blue. A 3-wide blue in the same way that we've done this one. Because this is a road. This is an existing road.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like it was purple fucking Warehouse Road or whatever we called it. I can't remember what we called it.
I don't think we named the purple road. We had Yellow Brick Road, Sipsco Dirt Lane or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's that one, isn't it? Sipsco Dirt Road.
Or wasn't it useless scoot and beaten road or something Craig and myself recommended?
Maybe. So yeah, I think blue. A triple row of blue.
What was it that you got really angry about? Didn't we buy a silver scoot and beaten statue or something?
You got angry about that because you didn't like scoot and beatens.
Yeah, but I'm fairly sure he said, like, oh, you could have done so much with that silver and everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, we got plenty of silver in the meantime. It's not like it was a huge problem.
The only time we're getting silver anyway now is when we buy it.
Yeah, we also built the fucking golden statue of Nux.
That God King.
That silver scoot and beaten, and the golden Unifallow statue.
Oh, the scoot and beatens.
So yeah, blue. Do you think blue?
Yeah.
I think blue
as well. 3-wide blue.
When do we want to do that? Do we want to do that first, or do we want to do the roof first?
I'd probably leave them building those bits of roof, but go for the road now, because the road's going to help with moving things up and down there as well. It's a shame, really, because it'd be nice to have road basically all around that area, because of the fact that they all walk along it.
Well, yeah, I mean, ultimately, what didn't we want to put something here, like, like something like this, like little trims. These, I think we mentioned at one point.
We did mention about decorating the road to look all nice, but
because I think they can't walk on these. I think they're blocks, so you can use them to fill in the space gaps. But the thing is, we run the risk of if we do that and we only have road, you can't put items on road.
Yeah.
So where are they going to put all the items? They're going to have to walk miles away into a field somewhere to dump them.
In the dining room.
But that's going to fill up pretty quick. There's only so much space in there.
The best thing about that means when they go to eat, they can just pick it off the dining room floor.
Yeah, wow.
It's like two things in one. It's brilliant.
So clean, you can eat your dinner off it.
So wonderful.
Which is good because your dinner is on the floor.
Next to a goblin head.
There's even a goblin head in there. Next to the food, rotting away. Oh my god.
It's delicious.
That's not the best sandwich.
You must not have put any orders in for goblin heads and spikes. These must be only hobgoblins. What are these?
Those are hobgoblins. I think these are Snickers.
Oh, yeah, Snickers.
Should I put
I call them Scootermans.
Should I put a row of goblin heads in?
Yeah, because we need to get rid of them. Because once we get rid of them, we can build like the road and everything.
Yeah.
There's so much building going on now.
I guess if I put that in, somebody might actually get on that. The selling is still going on. It's literally the selling that's holding us up now.
Didn't I tell you the other day as well? I found out what was wrong with Torchlight 2.
What's wrong with it?
When we were playing Torchlight 2, I had that bug where I couldn't Alt and Tab correctly out of it.
Yeah.
Apparently this is a bug with a lot of games where you play in windowed borderless.
Yeah.
If you press the Windows key, it messes up.
Yeah.
Because it only shows like the start menu and not anything else. And then when you Alt and Tab afterwards, it doesn't work. Now, I just realised as well afterwards that I've actually got a lock for my Windows key on this keyboard and never used it.
See, I can lock keys, and I used to do this back in the day when I played Counter-Strike. I used to lock the caps lock button so it didn't do anything because I used to always catch it while I was trying to hold shift, and then whenever I typed, I'd type in caps like a noob, so I just disabled it. And the Windows key, it's good to disable it like if you're a competitive gamer because it stops you pushing it and minimizing to desktop without wanting to. But I obviously do use it a lot when I'm filming because Windows and D brings me to desktop, which is great for when I need to go start the Audacity files and stuff like that. So I wouldn't want to disable it these days. That's the problem.
Windows and Tab also has that really nice like Alt and Tab feel, but it shows you all the screens and it looks really pretty.
Yeah.
What I think we should do with that road, by the way, is road the 3 across, blue-wise, then put plants underneath it. So, like, where...
Here?
Where this meets here, put them along there. So if you drag across with your mouse,
that's
one down from there. Yeah.
So just that one line?
Yeah, because if they can't walk over them, they'll have to walk onto the road anyway.
Yeah, but they still wouldn't be able to access the centre to put the meat there.
But they can put meat there. It's only going to be that one line. We're not doing it all the way around it. Just that one line.
So what would be the point, exactly?
Because it means, look how they're walking here now.
Oh, so it would stop them curling round. It would mean they have to follow the road.
They have to.
But they would just walk around the road and then walk over the meat, most likely.
Oh yeah, well they can still do that, but it means that it'll speed them up to a certain degree.
See, the other option is we could just have a line of road there, one blue line, and bring it round and connect it up to there.
Yeah.
In fact, we could probably wipe that one out. Or in fact, extend this to a 3 wide, and then bring a 1 wide one down the side, and then 3 wide
Isn't it funny when you look back at all the stuff we first started building? We always built purple roads and such in one line.
Yeah.
And we always left spaces between the buildings.
I know, because we did it all so neat and tidy, because we're like, you know, that's what you would expect to do. It's not our fault that it's coded by retards.
God. Coded by
it's a good job SMP don't watch this series, because we do insult them quite a bit.
SMP?
Yeah, SMP. Speaking of insulting things, you know, like we were talking... that will go out by now. The previous episode of Towns that hasn't actually gone up yet, but will be going up today. We said... we mentioned about EA, and we both like went, oh, greedy corp and horse at the exact same time.
Yeah.
I was watching Sips do something the other day. I can't remember what video it was on. And he said something as well about, I guess I should just bitch about EA or something. Yeah. I was like, yeah.
Because everyone's bitching about EA at the moment.
There's a lot to bitch about them for.
The one problem I've got with EA at the moment, right, is they're in the point now where they've somehow fucked up so badly that it could potentially turn out good. Because by removing pools and toddlers out of Sims 4, everyone is up in arms about it, screaming and crying that it's going to come out in DLC. But there is some people saying if it came out as a free update, they'd probably have a lot more respect for EA. So even though they fucked up by taking those things out, if they then released them as a free update, people would be like, oh wow, EA is the best company ever. And you know it's not going to happen.
But this is the thing, people are that fucking fickle. This is the problem, like everyone knows Sims 4 is going to be bad, right? But that hasn't stopped everyone fucking buying it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's gone and bought it anyway.
We had this point though when we spoke about it. The problem is...
They're always going to get away with it if we're buying the games.
No one has a game quite like Sims. And even if you did create a game quite like Sims, you're not going to be a big company because you'd think you'd lose money on it.
It's like you haven't got the resources that
you would have to be an indie game going... an indie company going, right, let's build a game like Sims. In which case, people will then criticise your game by showing it up to Sims and saying it's not as good as Sims, even though they forget that Sims has been around now for about 40 years and they've had time to, like, you know, really tweak it and make it better and such.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. This is the problem. They have the resources to make the game good.
Funnier the other day, though.
But they just don't have the ethics to actually fix all the fucking bugs. And it's gonna... The thing is, everyone's like, oh yeah, it plays really well. It's like, yeah, it does now.
Yeah.
Wait till the DLC packs come out and it's fucking wrecked again. You can't play it and you're crying. And you're like, oh, I wish I'd never spent 200 quid on this piece of shit. And it's like, yeah, but it's too late now. They've got your 200 quid. Sims 4 was a success.
Whap it on their balls.
There's going to be a Sims 5.
But also as well, the other day in Sims 4, when you're in Sims 4, the snapshot gallery basically is where you can favourite other people's things like you like and download things quite fast. Yeah. That's the merchant's right left. So like you can download houses, families and things like that, and also you can favourite them.
Yeah.
Now, if you're quite influential, you get like pop-ups to every other person that's on The Sims 4.
I noticed you were getting pretty much Max's spam.
Yeah.
Max's favourite house. Max's favourite house.
The other day, Jade was playing it and turned around to me and said, I wish this Maxis guy had stopped favouring everything. And I said, do you not know who Maxis is? And she went, no. I went, that's the guys who made Sims. And she went, no, that's EA. It was like, wow. It's got to the point where Maxis aren't even known anymore because they are literally just EA's halls.
Yeah.
It's like, hello there, Maxis. Would you like to make another Sims game?
It does seem like a bit of a bad game design, that, though. Because when you were playing it, you kept popping up in the corner. Maxis is doing this, Maxis is doing that. It's like, wow, don't need to know any of this bullshit information.
To be honest, there probably is a way to turn it off, but I'm too lazy to go turn it off. You never know. Because there might not be a way. I don't know. I don't know.
No, yeah, there probably isn't a way.
But, oh god, there was something else I was going to mention as well, supporting this argument. I completely forgot it. It was just basically about, like, you know, all the kind of people who want to invent a Sims game and they just can't because of the fact that anything you make will either be looked at by Sims, put some...
That is what's holding the roofing up.
There you go. So anyway, anything you look at that basically, like, would be like Sims, you would compare to Sims. And it means that people wouldn't really touch that genre, which means...
Well, this is the problem. No one has touched that genre until Tomodachi came about.
Well, there are people who've touched it, but they've just made it into Facebook games because of the fact that they don't get criticised for that. If you make a full-fledged game and release it on Steam, look at the amount of hate you'd probably get of people going, this is basically Sims. You have ripped off Sims. Why have you done this? Sims is way better. And it's like, yes, well, Sims has been around for 10 years. or whatever it's been around for.
But this is why Tomodachi had a sort of easier time of it, because it's a handheld game, and it's like there is no Sims on handheld.
But even so,
and Animal Crossing had also been quite successful on handheld, which is a sort of life sim to a certain degree.
Tomodachi is kind of more of a cross between The Sims and Animal Crossing. Yeah. It's not just a complete Sims port.
No, it's not.
And also that means,
but in many ways, it's simpler, but it's better.
They get away with a lot of things though because of that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just control your little Tomodachi and say, right, you go work out for the next 5 hours, then go to your job as an astronaut on the moon.
Exactly.
Which on Sims you can. And that's what people enjoy. And it's the reason why they're still going to sell it no matter what happens,
see,
basically.
That was exactly the problem. I mean, have you seen Sips play it?
No.
The very first thing in his video, he sort of moves his guy into the house, and these guys sort of stood there, and Sips is stood there, and he's like, well, go on then. Do something. I'm not going to control your entire life for you. I'm like, wow, Sips, this is The Sims, you realise this? You're now going to have to tell this guy everything you want him to do.
I've actually, when I moved my person in my house, I had the problem of them doing too much. They became an issue, really. I always get it as well when I send them to go do some programming, and they need a pee, right? Yeah. And I've got it now on the free will, so basically if they need a pee, they'll go pee, which is quite smart. But the annoying thing is, they're halfway through programming. I remember on the old Sims, you tell them to go programming, they'll just program until they die. And that's more like what I liked. I liked watching them starving on the computer going, I'm starving, but I better keep programming.
The thing is, that's what Sims 3 turned into. It's like, you had a Sim, and you basically sat him on a computer, told him to write a book, stick fast forward, go get some food, come back, he's written a few books, let him have a pee, go back on there. In fact, by the time you get steel bladder and all the perks, he can just sit there for days. So I would quite often end up minimising and watching a film whilst he sits there writing books.
Which I've kind of got that now. You know what they've done to stop you doing that now?
What?
You get writer's block.
Wow.
And writer's block means you can't use the computer for 4 hours because you've been writing for too long.
Oh my god.
And if you're not watching, your Sim will just get up and go do stuff.
Shit.
So my Sim got up and went, oh look, the stereo's broken.
And fried himself.
You don't get fried as often. That's something that's quite nice.
Well, it don't matter, you can't turn into a cool electrical ghost anyway.
Yeah.
That was the only reason for trying to fix anything yourself on Sims 3 was the chance you might become a cool ghost.
The one issue is...
Otherwise it was call repair guy.
You look at it...
Watch him get fried.
You look at it and there's so many things you can just say are going to be DLC. No ghost, that's going to be supernatural.
Yeah.
There's also as well, no family tree. That's going to be generations.
Wow.
That's generations.
You would have thought that was a pretty basic part of it as well.
Well, they said apparently it was too complicated to bring in. Even though it's been in all the other
things. It's in the other games.
But yeah.
It can't be that hard, surely. You used to be able to click between them and then view their family trees as well.
That guy just climbed off the roof at the very end.
Yeah, they can do that sometimes.
He went onto the shelf thing that's in there.
Onto the cupboard. Yeah.
He went onto that cupboard.
Look she's done it as well.
They can go up the cupboard.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how this works. I don't think they can climb up through that method. But I think they can climb down.
Because it's more falling, isn't it? They're just kind of jumping onto something that's just a bit lower.
Yeah. It's not climbing down below, it's falling with style. It's the Buzz Lightyear school of roofing.
I like the fact as well, that guy was on the far left, and the woman was on the far right. And they went the opposite way past each other like, hey!
There is no common sense to it whatsoever, is there?
None at all.
Right, we'll get those end bits done, and then I'll have to bring it up.
Yeah.
Strip by strip along the tip of the penis there, and then work my way down the shaft.
Once it's done, it looks so good. If that's your shaft and balls at the end, I think there's something wrong with it. They're lopsided.
It's upside down. It's like the penis map on your fucking Minecraft thing.
I like out of all your Sims things as well, your favourite part of my Sims when I was playing it was unsatisfactory woohoo, wasn't it?
Yeah. Wow, I know. It's like, if you've got to that stage, why are we still calling it woohoo, basically?
I know. It is a bit bad. It's like, why do they still just have to do it in the bed? Also, as well, after woohoo, you have to have a pregnancy test now?
Wow.
You go and have a pregnancy test. So when you click on the toilet, you can go have a pregnancy test. I've never tried it without doing that, admittedly.
On there, son.
But that just tells you if you are pregnant.
If we have 156 cut steaks, where are they?
In the barrels. That's why they're all stood there.
Oh
They're barreling it.
FG.
This is what I said. They've now got enough food to keep barreling stuff.
They're barreling steak. Yeah. Oh my god, they are barreling steak.
This is how it should have worked all along.
Look, they're putting things in barrels. This is is your mind not blown by this?
You know what's even weirder? They're meant to be building, and they're doing this.
I can't remember the last time I saw someone put something in a barrel.
That guy took something out of the barrel.
I know, but still.
It's amazing, isn't it?
They've barreled up steak. Oh my god. Are these barrels full? Do we need to,
Might need to have more, yeah.
Cooked.
Wow, I can't believe it. We've actually made this work.
Enable cooked steak.
I think what might be happening as
well. Do you know what? Did we ever barrel up fucking hog roast? Is that what was the problem? Oh no, it's there, look.
Yeah, there is like rows and rows of hog roast.
We did put hog roast barrels. Hang on, I'll put some more barrels in because they've filled those ones, so I might as well if they're going to put them in.
What I think's happening, is we've got an order for 150 steak, haven't we?
Yeah.
When it gets to 149, I think maybe 8 or 9 villagers are going to make steak at once, which puts you a surplus on.
Yeah, maybe.
And because roast took so long, by the time they'd created 8 or 9 roasts had been eaten.
Maybe.
So maybe now we're getting that massive surplus. And that's the reason why they're being able to, barrel it. They're barreling it again.
I reckon maybe it's just steak cooks so much faster than fucking roast.
Yeah.
That they're not eating it in the meantime. Oh my god, that is pretty badass.
They're on the roof, oh my god.
I know.
They're getting things done so fast.
Things are happening.
These guys, they're working.
I'm also roofing the awkwardest way here, because I'm roofing into the perspective.
That is weird.
Which is really difficult.
If you do it the other way, though, you'd know someone would just get trapped somehow.
Yeah. And it's we can't put scaffolding on these.
Yeah.
So we'd have to put scaffolding around the back or take some road out.
I mean, that's the one good thing. We can go all the way along the back because we've got that stupid back bit. Can enemies spawn on roads?
Don't know.
Because I wonder if it's worth roading up
we've said this before. What would happen if you roaded the whole map? Would nothing spawn on it?
I meant the back bit just there behind the houses.
Yeah.
To stop sieges.
Well, we'd still get sieges, but at least they'd spawn somewhere else.
Yeah.
It might be worth doing that. Bringing the road right down the back, up this bit, down behind the hospital, up there, and then just down towards this fence.
We could just enclose the entire town in flowers as well if they can't walk over them.
We could just drop a huge fucking dome on it.
Yeah.
And just rename it Domeville.
We'll be in the dome.
Fucking the dome. Do any of you guys watch Under the Dome? Oh my god. It started off quite cool. And then it's just rapidly become laughably bad.
Yeah.
Really bad. I don't know what happened.
It's like a full moon entertainment picture.
It is that bad though. The obvious Linda replacement.
Yeah.
It's let's kill Linda off and have this woman who looks a little bit like Linda take over Linda's role.
It gets to the point where you basically say, I bet this is going to happen. And it happens. Yeah. And it just becomes so kind of predictable.
It's clearly that actress just didn't want to be in the second season.
She was like, no second season, guys. We should probably start barreling up all the raw stuff as well, if we've got all the barrels for the raw stuff. I don't know if we ever assigned all the raw barrels.
We did, because there's raw steak in these.
But is there raw chicken? Because all the chicken's in the way for the road.
Maybe.
Yeah, oh no, that is raw
pork. I'm pretty sure in that case the middle ones are chicken. Yeah, there you go.
They're just not barreling that.
See, we had planned most of this ahead. It's not like we're completely shit. Have they done that?
It looks like it.
Yeah, they've done it. Red roof.
It would be so nice if the minute they did it, it paused the game and said, "Construction has been completed, my lord."
Oh my god.
Just every time. Joke done.
Fucking peons. In fact, that's the thing in all RTS games. Do you remember the Command & Conquer one was just a woman? Construction complete.
They just always wanted
new
someone
build
to tell
options
you
available. Construction complete.
Look, it made life easier.
It did, but it fucking after a while it was like, oh my god, how many times have I heard this chick saying construction complete?
They needed more lines.
Unit ready. Unit ready. When you were building 500 fucking foot tubes, unit ready, unit ready, unit ready, just be spinning round like mad.
You speed up all the construction of it. It's unit ready, unit ready, unit ready.
Oh,
so far it became no longer words and just a noise in your ears.
That first Command & Conquer game, I remember when that came out, it was fucking brilliant.
There's an alpha loss up there.
It's a Gandalf, actually.
It's a Gandalf.
Oh, red hat and a blue hat on the roof. Oh. Sounds a bit like the song for the Milky Way adverts in the 80s. Red hat and the blue hat on the roof.
So there's one bit of roof left.
Yeah.
That one tiny bit of roof.
Oh, and a blue hat's eating a Milky Way.
Oh my god.
And he's going to drop the roof in.
Why is Gandalf
That was another piece to go in.
Wow. Gandalf seems to have just got confused up there now. He seems to be questioning his own life above his own house.
That piece is right in the centre. That's going to be quite hard.
No, someone would just come and slop it in what they egg.
Slop it.
Just put some peanut butter on the side. It's extra sticky.
Now then, we are up for time, but I would like to completely cover Gandalf's house. That's why Gandalf stood there is overseeing. It's like, that said, you put that roof there, boy, don't you touch my secret chest.
Why is he becoming pervy? That's it, boy. Put that roof there. I want to see those tight butt cheeks. Put that roof down.
I don't know, it was just, that was my impression of you doing Alphonse's voice.
By the way, I've had a lot of thought about this, right? But Rayleigh, you know, Gandalf's last name, right? Look at his last name.
Raleigh. As in Sir Walter Raleigh.
I'm fairly sure.
Who was his great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
That is also a character from One Piece. This is the Probably. One Piece. I think it's the shipwright that worked on Goldie Roger's boat. He had white hair.
That would make sense, because Raleigh was an explorer.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure he's the shipwright. And it's like, it's taken this long for me to figure it out, but I think we found the One Piece. I think it's him.
You think the One Piece is under Gandalf's bed?
Yeah.
He's been holding the One Piece in there this whole time.
He just lifts it up and it's just one crumb.
What a bastard.
For God's sake. Just a piece of paper. I owe you the One Piece. God damn it!
Brilliant. Fucking One Piece.
Thing is, he never explains what it is.
Sooner or later, we will surpass One Piece in number of episodes. And it'll be like, wow. We can start putting that on our fucking channel. It's bigger than One Piece.
It's up to like 200 in it now. It might be up to even more than that.
There's 300 odd, surely. I'm sure you went past 300.
I don't know. I honestly, I had to stop at one point because it was getting ridiculous. Don't get me wrong, it's still fucking amazing. I go back and watch it every now and then.
Oh, it's one of those things that's just gone too far. By the time that skeleton guy came into it, I was like,
Brooke,
it's lost all focus.
May I see your panties? That's all he says.
It was just, yeah, it was very confusing.
But they had that time skip now.
But didn't, Sanjay end up on that gay island as well? Yeah. An island of gay people.
That's the time skip. Because basically, Zorro ends up on a island with lots of monkeys that know how to use weapons. And he has to fight all these monkeys, but they copy styles. So the more you fight them, the more they copy you. So he has to come up with ways to beat them without them knowing what he's doing. Sanjay ends up on the gay island.
Oh no.
Oh, you've screwed everything now.
I've gone too far. I can fix this. I can fix it.
Well, be fast.
Quickly, because they will put that roof there.
Anyway, so Sanjay ends up on the land of the gays, where everyone is gay. For some strange reason. I don't really know what he learns there, apart from not being more gay.
Materials merchants on his way. We'll finish before we sell anything to him. Have a quick look.
I don't remember what everyone else ends up, you know. It's like it's been that
old. Should I literally just buy the gold and nothing else?
Buy the gold, and then, well, we could sell him stuff, because we've only using 4
people.
We'll
deal with him next episode, then.
Okay.
We'll deal with him next episode. Right, in fact, yeah, let's leave it there, then. We've got Gandalf's house done. He's just gone back in to check it out. He's looking at the One Piece under his bed.
This is my One Piece.
He's playing with the One Piece, so I'm going to pause Derpsville. And wow, fucking barreled steak! I can't believe 145 episodes. Barrel steak. It's happened. We've done it. We've actually got steak in barrels.
There's still some steak on the floor.
Look, they've even taken those 2 porks from there. There's literally just some chicken left.
They're beginning to barrel. I'm so proud.
I love it when a plan comes together, Velerious.
I'm so proud.
And there's the tip.
There's the tip.
That's what Gandalf's house is nicknamed now, just the tip.
Gandalf's even left it already.
Yeah,
he's noticed we're looking at One Piece.
He's fucking stashed the One Piece and fucked off. Right, okay, let's leave it there then. If you want to say bye-bye to everyone, Velerious.
Bye-bye.
Bye.